All right, guys, we got a 2003 Lexus ES300. We got a bulb out on the driver's side here, as you can see. It's an HID bulb. This is what the bulb look like right here. And I'm gonna give you guys a part number. This is like a $40 bulb. You could find these online. Try to get a good bulb. Like Sylvania is a good brand. And there's a part number on this one. D2R. That's the bulb size there. D2R. That's the bulb you're gonna need. Customer, when I got this, we're gonna shut off the light. So I do have a video on the passenger side, which is this one right here. It's very simple to get to, right over here. But the driver's side is kind of hard, and a lot of people will say, let's take off the fuse box. But I'm gonna tell you guys, no need to. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna take out this battery to give us more clearance. But if you take off the battery, your radio is gonna lock. You're gonna lose the memory on the throttle body, so you don't want to do that. So what I like to do is I like to take off the battery, but I like to put a jump box on it. I like to back up the power pretty much. It's gonna have power all the time, even the battery's out of there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a jump box. I'll put a ground somewhere on the frame of the engine, and I'll connect the positive here, and the negative can be left alone. Okay. Anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this 10mm. And a 10mm here, and this hook will come off from all the way down there, and then we will put the jump box on, and we will disconnect the battery out of here. Okay, here goes nothing. So what I want to do is, the customer was working on this, so he did remove the clips here, so you're gonna have clips on these. So this bolt comes off, and it's probably gonna fall out. And once this is out, I'm gonna put it somewhere safe. I'm gonna take off this side right here. If you lose the memory, that's fine. If you don't want to put a jump box, just know that you might have to rebuild the idle on this car. So to do the idle rebuild, all you have to do is have all the system off, meaning the lights, wipers, AC, everything got to be off. The blow motor got to be off. Drive around the car. It's probably going to try to stall on you. So go on a good road, empty road, and try to drive around the car and give it a time. In 15 minutes, it should relearn. And if you don't have that issue, if it doesn't happen, it's fine. But other than that, a radio code is a must. So let me go get a jump box, and we'll get this baby out of here. Okay, so we grounded this baby right here. This is a perfectly good ground. So what I want to do is positive. Got to go into this terminal, make sure it grips it good. And if you want to test it, you might get some sparks when you try to put this, but that'd be one way to test it. But we should be good here. This should be in good hands. And just make sure you get a good contact. Sometimes you won't have a good contact. And sometimes your jump box, this cable will just fall off. Once it comes off, make sure it doesn't touch anything. And what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up this little guy. And we're going to loosen up this. And once this is loose, once both of these bolts are loose, like I said, you don't have to go through all this that I'm doing. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the camera away, because I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and take out the battery. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift out the battery and put it on the floor. It's fine to put a fat battery on the floor. Sometimes this won't come loose. So I just don't want to lose the contact on my cable here. So this baby will come off, and I'm going to just let it sit to the side here. This is all plastic, so it's not touching anything. I'm going to take out this battery. Once this battery out, we'll continue. Okay, so I got the battery out. Next step here is we got more room. You see this? We got a lot of room now. This is my friend Dr. Vivek, his car. And we're going to disconnect this little guy right here. And this guy comes off, and after that, this cover right here, I'm gonna turn this counterclockwise, just like that. And once it reaches here, it should come open just like that. You're gonna have this little connector inside. That's fine. And we're gonna just let this hang right there. So inside here, you got the little silver-looking thing right there. That's the transformer right there. So all I'm gonna do with that transformer is I'm gonna just grab it and I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise, just like we did to this cover here. And it is a tough spot. So once you turn it counterclockwise, just about less than a quarter of a turn, this baby should let go of the bulb by now. Okay, it's hurting my hand, this little guy right here. There is no other way to do this. So this little guy will come off. The bulb system, make sure the key's off, nobody turn it, because this is a high voltage. Now, I just want to show you, there's a retainers inside there. Let me see if my camera can go, just so you can see. I have an idea. You see the little retainers right there? Oh God, the light. There you go. You see the two corners? Right now, if you look at it, 12 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock, and I'm going to move it to 12 o'clock. Right there, you got to push those two little tabs, remove that retainer, and it should release the bulb after that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to simply, just with the feel of it, 1 and 2. Okay, the wiring, the needles will fall down, and the bulb will come out. Notice how I got the bulb, the notches is up on the top, so this bulb is sitting just like that. So you got to get the bulb in the same way. These notches got to be up on the top. So we don't want to touch this bulb. I'm going to grab that bulb in a moment, but let me just show you the little pins so you can get an idea again. You see those little lights hanging on the floor? So they just pushed out of those little hooks. There's like little hooks in the corner, and you got to push them and push them outward pretty much. Hard to see, hard for me to get the camera in there, but you guys can see what's going on there. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have to work some magic here, okay, guys? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the bulb in, and I'm going to put my finger in it, and I'm going to bring the retainer up and capture everything together, okay? In one shot, they've got to be done. So now the bulb is going in, and you can even see from here, the bulb goes in, and once it sits, it will sit on those notches, okay? It's only going to sit in one position. And once it sits on those notches, it's going to be perfectly straight. And once the bulb is straight, you're going to just lift up the tabs. I'm going to show you the tabs in a moment, and let me get this bulb in, and then I will show you. Okay, so I managed to get the bulb in there. You see that? The bulb is in there, the new bulb, and you can see, if you can see, the retainer are back on. Let me give it a better lighting. There's no space here. I do not want to take out this fuse box, but you can take out this fuse box, but it'd be a more headache because there's 10 millimeter down there, 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter across. So now you want to take this guy. Remember, we turn this guy from here to here. So we're going to start from here and turn it back counterclockwise, and go easy on the bulb, and you don't want to damage the bulb or anything like that. So what I want to do now is I'm going to start from, and you will feel it click, okay? It's going to click. Okay, there you go. It's clicked in. I'm going to just confirm it. There you go. All right, so I'm going to put the cover on. Okay, now take a look at this guy. So it's in there perfectly good. And you will feel it snap, like a clicking snap, like the back retainer has you will feel it click, okay? If it's not straight, it's not going to click. The ears are not in there. So remember, we got to put this cover back on. So this cover started, remember, this cover started from right here. So get it back to the same position. And once it's in, the rubber seal, if you want to put a little bit of oil on it, it will make your life much, much easier. But after that, all you want to do is you want to turn it counterclockwise. Just so, it's a reverse procedure, okay, pretty much. And what we're gonna do is get this baby in, and I'm gonna put the battery in, and we're gonna lock up the battery and everything, and then we'll test it. Okay, we got a battery in place. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put the positive on, and we're gonna lock it up. It's a simple procedure, even if you see this video to be super long, but 10 minutes, that's all it's going to take you, okay? 10 minutes. Make sure the battery is nice and tight. And we're going to take the negative here. And what we're going to do is we're going to lock up the negative. Like I said, you don't have to do all this. You should be all right, but precautious. Some of these vehicles, they will lose idle. And a lot of you are... I'm a mechanic, so I can just do it, drive the car around, build the idle speed, but the only other way is to find a good road, empty road, drive around the vehicle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the headlight on, and it should work. There you go, perfect. All right, so we got our working lights. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Don't forget to put this little retainer here. So let me turn off the light so we can kill the battery. And what we're gonna do is, that hook goes down there, so make sure you capture the hook. This little guy goes here, and number 10 millimeter. So this customer tried to do it himself, but it didn't work out for him, and he was afraid of removing the battery on his own. So the hook came out. The hook usually will come out, so all you have to do is go back in on it, and if you hold it up and do it gently, it should work. Bada bing, bada boom. And there should be no radio codes, no nothing, and we're all set to go. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. One last thing I want to add is, notice I have my gloves off. Notice that I did not touch the glass part of the filament part of the bulb, because that will be trouble. You will decrease the life of that bulb, okay, doing that, and you don't want that. So even though I had gloves off, I did wipe my hands down with electric type of material coating, a towel. But none of that is necessary, long as you don't touch the thing. Make sure the key's off. No one's going the batteries, even though we had to put a jumper on. If you don't have the jumper on the battery, don't let nobody turn it, because it's gonna shock you, and that's high voltage. That's almost like 10,000 to 11,000 volts, probably more. I have no idea. Probably 15,000 volts, and you don't want that. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned and stay subscribed. See you guys on the next one.